cute with her singing ass. Let's get to the show.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Q, and today, as you can see, we are making liver, child. We're making some liver and onions with gravy and rice and these beautiful bomb-ass honey garlic butter drop biscuits. Let's get it. And right now, y'all see that I am cutting this onion into rings, cutting this beautiful white onion into rings. And I have off to the side some serrano chilies in my little baggie over here. So I'm just gonna dice up one of those because they do carry a beautiful amount of heat. The smaller the pepper is, the spicier it is, right? So we're gonna take this serrano chili and we're gonna just dice this up, and we're gonna add that to our gravy. That's gonna be the basis for our gravy today. These onions and this serrano chili is gonna just flavor it so beautifully with garlic, a lot of beautiful flavors. This is a old school ass meal, y'all. I'm talking about, this is something that my granddaddy used to make, and I used to love it, child, because my granddaddy could cook his ass off. He was one of those types of people. He didn't take no shit from nobody. He was a loving, warm person, but he will cuss your ass out. And that's just how he was, period. And I'm a lot like that. You know what I'm saying? I am a lot like my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, and in other ways, I'm completely different from him. But, you know what I'm saying? That's just how life is. So right now, we are taking this beautiful, thick-ass piece of beef liver, and I'm cutting it into pieces. And normally, I remember this being super thin meat. I don't remember the liver being so thick, you know what I'm saying? But I'm leaving it thick. I'm not gonna cut it in half. I'm not gonna do any of that. But I am gonna cut it into pieces. And also, I've seen people, I guess, dilute the flavor of their liver with buttermilk or milk and stuff like that. I'm not doing that. I want it straight up. I want the iron. I want everything that's in here that is to be a health benefit for me, you know what I'm saying? I want all of it. Liver is a very bloody meat, because it's organ tissue, and so it has a lot of iron. It's very delicious. And now we're gonna season the meat, baby, because you know we gotta season the meat. First, we're gonna start off with some turmeric. We're gonna go ahead and throw in some garlic powder. Yes, we're gonna do some perfect pinch Italian seasoning, some paprika. Hey, paprika, what up, girl? We're gonna throw in some black pepper, and y'all know how I feel about fresh black pepper. So we are just gonna go ahead and throw in some onion powder. Yes, we're gonna throw in some poultry seasoning, because I'm setting this up like we're gonna fry chicken. Some red pepper flake and some Worcestershire sauce, because I can say Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna throw in a little seasoning salt, you know what I'm saying, and some parsley flakes. You notice I didn't put in a ton of salt, because you don't need a ton of salt right now, you know what I'm saying? And right now we're going to also add in some mustard, because like I said, this is going to be breaded as if we are frying chicken, and we're adding in that mustard after a quick toss with the seasonings and everything like that. And that's to also impart beautiful flavor, but it's really gonna make that flour adhere to the liver, so when you get to frying it, it's gonna stay and it's gonna be crispy on the outside, and it's gonna also be a thickener for our gravy, and I'm gonna show you that a little bit later. So right now we're throwing in some gold medal flour, and we're going to coat this liver, not using a ton of flour, just, you know, enough to coat it. You know, this doesn't have to be like crispy crunchy like how I would fry chicken, but it's the same method, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because the flour that's going to be on the outside of this liver, it's merely going to be used as a thickening agent. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. And also the oil, the flavors from that oil is going to be used as a base for the gravy as well, because we don't do gravy packets. We don't do gravy packets. That's a no-no. We're gonna build this gravy from the ground up. All right, and here's a little ASMR for y'all. Yes, and you know how we love those tingles from those intense cooking sounds, baby. All right, so now what we're doing is we're flipping over our liver, and look at the crispy crunch that's on the outside of that. Look at the crust. Beautiful, very, very beautiful. And what we're gonna do is we're not gonna cook this all the way through. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull these pieces of liver now, simply because you don't want to overcook liver. If you overcook liver, it's a different kind of nasty flavor, not very delicious, and you don't want to put yourself through that. I'm telling you. Right now we're adding in our onions and our serrano chilies. Very delicious. We're gonna add in a ton of minced garlic. When it comes to garlic, y'all, I say do what you do, but watch my shoes. You feel me? Use what you want to use. You know what I mean? It's not up to me to down the next person for what they want to use or what they don't want to use. I just do what feels right for me, and it works for me. You feel me? All right, then we threw in some Land O'Lakes butter. And we threw in some fresh thyme, we threw in some almond milk, some garlic powder, some perfect pitch Italian seasoning. Yes, we're building this gravy from the ground up. Some onion powder. Yes, layers of flavor, and some fresh black pepper, because I love a peppery gravy. We're gonna add in some more paprika. Yes, God, honey, some dark soy sauce. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit at first, because like I said, you want to be very aware of how much salt you're putting into your food. A little bit of chicken bouillon and some water. Okay, we're adding in some water just to get things going. You know what I'm saying? And because you added the chicken bouillon, you don't have to use so much salt. We are going to use a little bit of seasoning salt towards the end, but not a lot. And then we added some more milk. Yes, and now we're putting back in our liver. All right, now look at that. Already looking fabulous, but you can see it's still bleeding. It's not cooked all the way through yet. And like I said, I like to have my liver a little bit on the rare side. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that it is cooked, but it is always cooked properly. It's just not overly cooked, because it becomes really metallic when you overcook liver. You can't do it like that. It gets a mealy texture, and I'm a texture person. I don't play around about my food, child. So now y'all saw that I added in some more seasonings, and I also added in some honey for balance, and off camera I added in some Marsala wine, and then I put in a little bit of a slurry, because like I said, the outside coating that we use to fry the liver is going to dissolve into the gravy as well. This is going to be a beautiful thick gravy. And then we added in a little bit more of that dark soy sauce. And as you can see, we are working in small increments. Don't nobody want no salty ass food. That's not flavor, that's just salt. And you want to be able to have tastefulness. You know what I'm saying? Flavor, flavorful, flavorosity up in this bit. You know what I mean? And so now we're giving this a beautiful stir. Look at that. Those onions are releasing the sweetness within them inside of this. A beautiful gravy. Look how it all came together. And you don't need damn packing. I'm telling you, y'all let that stuff have a chokehold. It's horrible. But anyways, look at the beauty of this dish. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. So now that gravy is doing exactly what it needs to do. I tasted it, threw in a little tap more of seasoning salt, and now it's just perfect on the money. You don't have to do anything else to this, truthfully, and except just to let it go. Let it do what it needs to do. It's gonna boil. It's gonna do exactly what it's supposed to do, and that gravy is gonna develop all those beautiful flavors. Get a close up on that. Look at that fresh thyme in there. Oh my God, amazing. Now the liver has had time to cook inside of that gravy and to get beautiful and tender and still maintain its integrity. That's important. Like I said, if you overcook liver, it's gonna get mealy, it's gonna get just disgusting. You don't want that. This right here, all of this beautifulness. Look at these biscuits. If you guys want to see how I made these biscuits, I uploaded the short for the recipe for these biscuits. Beautiful. Okay, when I tell you that honey butter garlic, it was just this beautiful sauce that I made, that I drizzled on top of those biscuits, and the biscuits were made from scratch. And now we're getting into the star of the plate, this beautiful liver. And as you can see, it still has some of its, color on the inside. That's how you want it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your liver to be completely dried out. You do not want your liver to be completely dried out, because guess what happens? It becomes mealy. It tastes like metal. It tastes like you're eating metal. That's nasty. You don't want to do that to your food. This right here though, this gravy right here, full of flavor, deliciousness. And y'all, off camera, I also skimmed off a lot of the extra grease that was on there. I took a lot of that oil out of that pan, because yes, we do like the flavors, we do love that, but you don't want to be harsh on your actual tummy. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel me? You want to be able to enjoy the food. I love that after this meal, I was happy, satisfied, rest, and was ready to rest. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel bogged down. I didn't feel heavy. I just felt really good, and by me being today, my, that time of the month, you know what I'm saying? I'm really happy that I decided to eat such an iron-rich food yesterday, because I feel bad, but I don't feel as bad as I normally would. I mean, even though the cramps are cramping. They are trying to cramp, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm getting through it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel really good about eating that protein and having that iron, you know what I'm saying? Because, I do enjoy delicious food. That's the thing. You can have foods that are good for your body that taste bomb as hell. Like, you don't have to compromise flavor for health benefit. And here are a lot of health benefits that you can get from beef liver. Let me show y'all right quick. Like, sincerely, that's crazy. I mean, it has all the alphabets. It even has stuff that I didn't even know we needed, goddamn. Like, Molly breeding them. What the fuck is even that? But it's healthy for you and we need it. Apparently. Look at it. It has biotin, choline, all types of stuff in there that are not easily found in a lot of different foods and stuff like that. So liver is one of those beautiful, actual super foods. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. And now, y'all know I'm have to talk about a little something. It's something that I do want to talk about. I want to talk about wearing your blinders and focusing on purely what services you and what pushes you forward and brings you to higher heights for your life. You know what I'm saying? There are going to be people when you're on your journey that want beef with you, that want to start stuff with you, that want it to be so bad that you feel negatively about them, so they do things towards you. Like, okay, let me explain it like this. I've come across people who I've had no intention on having issues with them. None. But because they saw it as a way of getting their shit off, or because they cool with somebody else, they target me and they want to talk shit towards me or try to make it seem like I'm really affected by something that they're doing, when really I'm just looking at them like, wow, and I really liked you. I thought you was cool. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times I'm learning that a lot of it just comes with the territory of trying to better yourself or becoming more visible, or being in different areas, in different rooms around different types of people. Because a lot of the times folks feel like I'm supposed to, like, I'm a fat woman, I'm a black woman, And I don't give a fuck about none of that respectability politics bullshit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you because I truly love myself. And I think for some people, they see that as a problem. Like, I honestly do what I want to do for myself, and what I don't want to do, I'm not gonna do. And a lot of the times people will say, oh, that's being lazy, this, that, and the third. And it's not. It's honestly not. I work very hard, but I'm learning to work smart, and I'm learning how to listen to myself. When I can do something, I do it. When I just don't want to, I'm not going to. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you guys, don't allow yourselves to be put into those boxes with people. Like, some people really be wanting it to be beef. Like, they really want it to look as if you're coming for them when you're not. So then they start coming for me, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, I'm really just trying to build with folks, network, be on some cool type shit, like some grinding type shit. The different things that I see, I want to move forward. I don't have time for stupid shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Especially when a lot of it is because other people are trying to pit me against other folks and shit, or pit other folks against me. And it's like, for what? So I just stopped paying attention to it. Like, sometimes you have to make those declarations. You have to say, listen, I'm not about to keep involving myself in the pettiness and bullshit of other folks. You have to learn how to protect your energy, protect your sanity, because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't make other people see me in a certain type of way. Therefore, I don't try to. You know what I mean? You're going to feel and you're going to think whatever you want to feel and think, regardless to what I do and say, regardless anyway. So I'm going to live my fucking life, and I'm going to be happy. I have my blinders on. What you think of me is not my business. Do you feel me? My business is what was on this plate, child. And it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Period. And that's on authenticity and self-love. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through once again and vibing with your girl Q. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you guys like this video. And if you guys like this art, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to your girl, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the freshness coming from the Fresh Squad. My God.
Thank you for coming through. You know it's your girl Q. Imitate and duplicate over here. So no hatred, boundless vibes. I cook it up. Occasion. And y'all know I got that soul food. Season just right. I appreciate when you like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to the squad. Feet up and press play. Hey, y'all. Super safe, super blessed.